Welcome back to another We Be Talking podcast. Today is episode 14. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. So this is our podcast about anime and video games. So before we jump into this, last week we were talking about audio dramas and what they were. So I decided to look into it more, like what an audio drama is.
Okay.
Someone mentioned it in the comments too. And yeah, so you remember like back in the days, radio, like we never listened to them, but I've heard about them all the time, like radio dramas, and like people would tell stories over the radio and stuff like that. That's basically where it gets its history from. So, but today, yeah, it is popular for television dramas, light novels, manga series, anime series, or video games to have main plot lines, plot continuation sequels, or small side stories released in the form of audio dramas. So it is just storytelling in the audio form.
Right, it's an audiobook essentially.
But for anime.
Right, okay. Easy. Simple.
Yeah.
Now we know. Thank you. That is our anime lesson of the week.
Anywho, let's jump into the actual anime news of the week. Magical Senpai manga gets a TV anime in 2019. So I don't know what that is.
Magical Senpai.
Magical Senpai. Yes.
All right, that could be a variety of things.
What if I told you she looks like your standard magician?
Right.
The big hat.
Yeah, I see her.
And then
what does it say?
And then your big boobs. So standard anime female.
Right.
Character.
Or MC finds out that his high school requires him to join a club. All right, that's pretty standard. And during his reluctant search, he stumbles upon his senpai attempting magic tricks in her club room. Okay, the senpai has massive stage fright, however, and so now that she is an audience, her attempts are simply comedic. So it's a comedy, it seems.
Yeah, so the publishing company describes the story as, I encountered her, a cute but weird senpai. Magic loving but stage fright addled, this senpai comes with a failure rate of 100%. But you can't take your eyes off her. The off-color magical gag manga that's causing uproar. Okay, here's to non-athletic hobbies.
Nice.
So, that actually sounds interesting and hilarious because it's just complete failure. But we'll be getting that sometime in 2019. No specific date there. Let's see. Umineko, When They Cry, is coming to it's a visual novel that's getting a Kickstarter. So I guess if people want to see that visual novel come to fruition, you'll need to head over to the Kickstarter called Umineko. It's on the way, okay? I know people love their visual novels. I have never played one. Probably will never have an interest in playing one, but they're there.
All right, I'm
pretty sure some people are going to stab me for saying that, but
I'm not into I'm not hugely into the whole
you're being
visual novels.
You're being baited into reading, right? Like, I don't read. I'm not a nerd.
Well, I got baited. How did I accidentally read all that? A damn visual novel. How could it betray me?
It's just too much reading, okay? I can read a line here and there throughout a 20-minute episode, but you can't get me to read for 40 hours straight. Play your visual novel.
There are some I want to read, check out. I don't know the proper term, but yeah, there are some, but I don't have vast knowledge of them,
We got the original police thriller anime Hero Mask coming to Netflix in December. Has original crime action police thriller about a detective struggling to make sense out of a mysterious outbreak of masked people committing crimes.
Okay.
So He looks like a badass, actually. One of the characters do.
Yeah, this guy looks cool.
That's coming to Netflix in December, so I tend to watch stuff here and there on Netflix, so I'll give it a shot. And I'll let people know after I watch it, if I do. Wait, who's the studio behind it? I thought I just saw it. Period.
Oh, God.
Maybe not.
Oh, God. Period. The classic milk your money studio.
Hey, it's only 15 episodes.
For now. I was told Black Clover was only 51 episodes, and what do you have? What happened? It's still going.
Well,
I was told back in Naruto, there will be no more filler after this episode. There was literally like 6 months of straight filler afterwards. Thanks, Perry.
We don't bring up old wounds, Logan.
I was betrayed.
Yeah, pretty much.
You trust him.
We got the fantasy action manga Hoshin Engi getting a musical adaptation in January. So, this is another thing I've been seeing here and there, is that like a lot of things get like musical adaptations or play adaptations or just things on stage. So, yeah. That's one that's getting one. That's been happening, I think, a little more frequently lately. I guess that's a thing. I mean, I don't. It's like Lion King, you know, live like musical rendition stuff. It's like I don't need that, you know.
There's this weird movement going on where they feel anything that's not live action, they need to bring to live action. You know,
and they'll
like,
figure it out somehow. We'll bring it to the stage. We'll bring it
it'll
to
be
the
a
circus.
musical. It'll be a comedy. It'll be a live action. It'll be a TV series. It's like, why? There's nothing wrong with the medium it's already in. Why do you got to bring it to another one?
Well, I don't know, man. You got to get it to everyone. Everyone wants to consume it. Everyone wants to go see a musical of their action anime manga.
Yeah, totally. I'm waiting for that Naruto musical.
Why hasn't there been one yet? I want a song all the way around. Believe it. Believe it. Yeah, I'm going to become Hokage. Believe it. Believe it.
You better trademark that right now or copyright it. I swear to God, in 10 years, if I hear a song that starts like that, I'm coming after you, Naruto.
Okay. Wasteful Days of High School Girls manga is getting a TV adaptation.
It sounds like the sequel to Daily Lives of High School Boys.
To be honest, if that's the case, I am 100% down with this.
Right, I will be down.
Fuck with this. No problem, man. Like, I love Daily Lives of High School Boys. It's like, I think it's the funniest anime I've ever seen, without a doubt. Yeah, let me look into more of this article.
Well, if I look on if I look on my anime list, it says synopsis. We don't fucking know.
They don't say anything here on Crunchyroll. So, but the title is similarly enough to.
It is similar. That's why I don't know if it's connected, but that's what it reminded me of initially. I hope it would be hilarious if it's a sequel or like it's kind of like the same type of show.
Yeah, because they did have the high school girls like after credits or whatever sometimes.
Right.
If we can get a full version of those, that'd be great. The characters don't look anything like the characters, but these could be, you know, new characters. And if that's the case, I'm all for it, 100%.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't say when we're getting it, but we'll get it. And I'll be happy. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if I'll be happy. I just want to be happy in life. Is that so much to ask for?
Yes.
Sword Boys. What? Sword Boys? What the hell? Okay. Touken Ranbu, the movie. Live action of.
Oh, God.
A collectible card browser video game.
I swear every time I hear the word live action, it takes a small piece off my life.
It's coming January 18th. It's a quick turnaround. They're like, hey, here's a poster announcing it. It's coming like 2 months.
2 months.
For
chop chop.
What? What's with all these like random video games that get adapted? Like, how well are all these? It's just constant random video games doing well.
I guess there's a big market for it. For audience.
Yeah. This isn't even a mobile game. It's a collectible card browser video game. What? Why don't you just play Yu-Gi-Oh?
What? Why not just play Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know.
Pokemon or Magic something. Why? I don't. Apparently, these games are so big that they're all getting. They don't even got to like anime or anything. Like, we're going straight from that mobile from your browser to live action.
Right.
But I don't. Please stop it. We'll get the greatest. We're going to be talking about the greatest live action later. We'll get
that
there.
Does not make me. That makes me nervous.
I put it on.
It makes me very nervous.
King of Prism, Shiny Stars, 7 stars. My bad. It announced that the first chapter of its 4-part film is set to be released on March 2nd. So,
a 4-part film?
Yes.
That's a lot of parts. I mean, that sounds like it'd be very long.
Yeah, the film is based on the upcoming 12-episode TV series that premieres in the spring. So each part covers 3 episodes of the anime. Why not watch the fucking episodes?
Right. Why make it a what?
It's like those summary
so each movie's
movies.
An hour long. What, 3 episodes is an hour. 4. Yeah, what the heck? Why? Why do that?
I don't know. What? So here's your choice: watch the movie or watch the show. Why would you watch both? Unless the show's so good and you're like, oh, this movie's gonna have new stuff. Oh, but it's based on the episode I just watched. It's like those summary movies. Who watches those summary movies? Why are those?
What if it's just literally the episodes just put together as a movie? Like it's just.
I would not be surprised.
Back to back. That'd be so. It would be funny, but it'd be like, wow, that's awful.
Yeah, okay, and also includes an extra movie that will only be shown at theaters. So I don't know, man. I don't know what we're going with. Wait, an extra movie. So does that mean no? Because it says each chapter. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on half the time in Japan. They do some weird stuff with their adaptations. I don't know how deep I'm gonna get there. Okay. Kimono Friends 2nd season was announced that it's coming January 7th will be the premiere. I have not seen Kimono Friends. There's a lot of anime I have not seen, as we talk about every week, and there's a lot of weird stuff. It's like most of the news are announcements for things I've never heard of, or it's, oh, we got more trailers or more cast news. It's like, I don't care about the cast. I'll find out when I watch it if I like it or not. But so yeah, Kimono Friends coming January 7th.
Coming soon.
Which is actually, I feel like some of this time's been going by really fast.
Yeah, we're halfway through this. We're about to be halfway through this season of anime. Feels like it's been flying.
Yeah. Pretty much has been, I would say, without a doubt. Let's see. Crown Shin-Chan is coming with its 27th film, April 19th. 27 films. I don't
27 goddamn
I've
films.
seen this before, like pictures and like clips from this, I'm pretty sure. Crown Shin-Chan.
That is a crazy amount of films. Like Oh my god, 27. How do you make 27 films?
I'm trying to think of the other longs. How many films does Lupin III have at this point? That's got to have a lot, right?
True. I guess if it's super long going, you just. But how can you think of like that many movie ideas? It's like, all right, can we just move on?
Just make a show at this point. I don't know. Maybe they do have a show. I don't know. But no, yeah, 27 films. Like, there's a certain point where you're like, all right, it's time to kill off this movie, right?
Right. You just gotta accept your, just sometimes you just gotta learn to let go. It's just let it go.
To let it go, yes. I've never
If
seen
you were
the movie
curious,
anyway.
because I was curious, there are 37 Lupin movies.
I was curious. I knew there was a lot, but 37. Let him die 20 movies ago. Like, jeez, man.
37.
Like, I don't think I've seen anything past like the first 3 movies. I was like, man, these movies are good. That's enough. When I was a kid, okay, it's like,
all right.
It's time to catch up, Logan. We're gonna have to do Lupin III marathon.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be
with the viewers. It's gonna be a Patreon goal. We're gonna watch their reviews all in a row.
In a row.
Yeah, marathon.
Well, you better bring like food for 7 days and a toilet, I guess, because we'll be there for forever if we're watching every movie. Jesus Christ.
Castlevania. I'm throwing it here. Normally I throw it at TV or whatever. It is an anime. It's American, so it's getting a little special spot.
Declaration.
Yeah, I mean,
about you better defend that point.
Literally, like 2 days after the second season came out, they confirmed season 3 is coming, and it's also going to be 10 episodes. I'm excited for this. I love Castlevania. The first 2 seasons are fantastic. First season is only 4 episodes, quick watch. Second season is 10 episodes, I think. So the third season will be 10. Wholly excited for it. It's just so good. And not only that, the interesting here is the producer, Andy Shankar, who's behind Castlevania, said he's working with an iconic Japanese gaming company to adapt one of their iconic video game series into a TV series for Netflix. So everyone's pointing towards it's Legend of Zelda.
Ooh.
Which, first of all, Castlevania, super dark. So this is completely different than what he usually does if you go to Legend of Zelda. Unless he goes for Majora's Mask. I feel like he could really do something really good with Majora's Mask. I would not be surprised if he was able to pull that off. Now,
I'm sure lots of people would love a Legend of Zelda show.
Yeah, I feel like
there is like an old show.
Oh, but it's like awful, man. It's Princess. I think is the classic line from it.
Princess.
I've seen episodes of. I watched it when I was a kid. It's not good, not good at all. Peanut Butter Gamer did some videos on them. They're hilarious. Highly recommended. But not the show. Peanut Butter Gamer's videos.
Well, hopefully we'll get a new updated one.
Yeah, because I feel like Andy Shankar is someone. To be fair, he's the only one that's done an adaptation of a video game that's considered good, great, actually amazing. So if you want to trust someone with your Zelda franchise, he's the one to go to. But I think that's where like a lot of the rumors are pointing. But it could end up being something completely not Nintendo even. He just said an iconic Japanese gaming company. It could be like Square Enix for all we know. It's a Final Fantasy show or something.
Right. We'll see what it is. Hopefully it's something. Well, I'm sure it'll be something good.
If it's Zelda, I really hope Majora's Mask, I think, falls right in his
I love
line
Majora's Mask.
of what he does. So yeah, we gotta look forward to that. I'm actually excited. He was gonna announce it November 14th, so in 10 days we'll know what it is. And then on that week's podcast, we'll have that there. We'll be talking about it for sure. But let's get to your favorite news this week. I'm sure you are excited to hear about Hollywood live-action adaptation of Attack on Titan.
Oh my god.
On deck from Warner Bros.
How many? There's already been live actions for Attack on Titan. Why do we need more? Why is everyone just
because this time it's Hollywood.
I don't care. It's probably going to be awful then. Hollywood has this giant disconnect for anime.
True. It's coming from the director who's going to be working on it is Andy Muschietti, who was the director of the It remake, which was a success.
Interesting.
I think it was a success. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't watch horror films or pay attention to them because I never care enough to. So, yeah, this comes from the report from Variety. So, they're thinking with, Hollywood's version of Attack on Titan with this director, maybe it will still be bad. Let's just
it
stop
probably will. I don't know. Whatever. Hollywood wants their money. That's it.
Yeah. It's it's Hollywood's time to jump in on the anime phase with My Hero and Attack on Titan. Those are their entry points. I don't know if Hollywood's worked on any other really anime films. I know Hollywood's worked on some video game movies that were atrocious, but I don't know if they've done anime movies.
Right. I don't know.
Guess
I just don't feel Hollywood really has the respect for.
Oh, they did Ghost in the Shell. That wasn't very good. Take that back. Take everything back.
Jesus. Sure. Just ruin all our favorite anime. Just go ahead. Just take it out back and shoot it. Why don't you?
Thankfully for me, I don't care too much about Attack on Titan, so
I'm probably not even gonna watch it. Or I'll watch it to see how bad it is.
We're watching it. We're reviewing it, okay? There's some live actions. We're gonna have to get some live action reviews on our channel, okay? It can't just be the good stuff. We gotta get the humor, terrible stuff in there.
Make myself watch a live action. No, not again. Still have scars from Death Note.
Death Note. Woo, let's not go there, okay, please. And that's getting a sequel because it somehow did good enough.
What's considered good enough? Like people watched it?
I think so. I think that's their metric system.
But I mean, like,
I don't think reviews matter. I think it's just how many people watch it, and that's what matters.
Because I feel like
no, continue.
Maybe they do know that people just watch it to see how bad it is.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is because it's like, people complain about things all the time, and then they still buy it. It's like those people who know every year, like, oh, Call of Duty's the same thing, Call of Duty's trash, and then they buy it, and then like,
yeah,
it's just how it is with everything. And it was like, oh, this movie's gonna be awful. I have to go see it because it's gonna be awful. Except for when movies have to be awful, I don't pay to go see them. I wait till I can, watch them on like some Netflix or something. Yeah. I'm not like, oh man, that movie's like Attack on Titan's here in theaters. I ain't going to theaters to pay to see it. I don't think for a live action.
There's no way I'm going to theaters to see it. You can't force me to pay for a live action.
Well, if someone wants to buy the movie tickets for us, then we'll go watch it. We'll get you the review right away.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I hate live actions. That's the summary of that.
Is it now? So, for the topic, we were talking about with Andy Shankar getting Legend of Zelda. Let's talk about which iconic or just gaming franchises we would like to see adapted into an anime or something, not live adaptation. We don't want anything adapted that way.
Right. All right. So, I guess I'll start. What video game would I want to see anime adapted, I guess?
Yes, anime. This is our anime topic. So, what would we like to
It's
see?
kind of like a dual topic, right?
Yeah.
Anime and video games. So, I always have a soft spot for Halo, the Halo franchise, because it's one of my favorite series.
Did get adapted into a short series, animated.
Right, and it's getting adapted by Steven Spielberg, right, for something?
Or yeah, was that I'm pretty sure else? It's Steven Spielberg, and that's a full live action, I'm pretty sure.
Right, but I'd like to see I don't know, Halo for one, just because I have some nostalgia factor. I'll be honest, there's lots of nostalgia there. Another one that I think has a lot of
story though that you can build off of.
Yeah, another one that I think has a lot of potential would actually be like League of Legends, just because there's so many unique characters with a bunch of different backgrounds. Obviously, it would be hard to tie everything together since there's, so many champions. But I feel like they could make solid, like...
Yeah, but they do have, like, the factions and the giant lore behind it that...
Right.
You can actually focus on their kingdoms and their wars and their battles. Like, the story with, I don't know how much they got rid of or didn't get rid of. I don't know. They do some weird stuff with their lore, with, like, getting rid of stuff. Like, because, like, the story of, like, Jarvan the Fourth going out there trying to prove his father, like, he can take the reins, and then he meets Shyvana, and then, they become great friends, and he helps Shyvana kill her father or something like that. And it's like just stuff like that. Like they have really good lore stories that they could just build off of.
There is like a ton of potential for. Obviously, they wouldn't do it because it's expensive and there's no need to put all that work into it. But if we're speaking just like unlimited time, unlimited budget, I feel like League of Legends would have has a ton of potential considering literally everything, all the crazy settings they have in their lore, all the crazy characters, all that. But yeah, your turn.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad. Well, I've been proving with Castlevania. That one would have probably been mine, but obviously I think I'd go with Final Fantasy, which has had some adaptations like into movies and stuff.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
They weren't positive by any means. But they do have solid things. I would go off Crystal Chronicles if I were to pick one specifically. They have done it, like Final Fantasy 15 had some like 6 minutes. They're like 8 minutes per, and like one episode per character, like to show their backstory, that were really good. They did release a full movie for it, but I'm going for a TV series, not movies, where you can actually tell a full story and then have everything. I have not watched that movie yet. I own it. I have not watched it. I will have to do that at some point. The other games I would have to choose would be... I'm trying to look around actually at my stuff right now. Actually, you know what? I'll go with Okami. I think Okami would have a good one. Just because of how solid the wolf is. The story was the first game to make me cry. And I hope you're there. You're back?
Yeah, I'm good.
You hear everything? It doesn't
matter. Yeah, I heard you. It doesn't
matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if you did or not. So I was just talking. So Okami would be his first game to make me cry. Love to see that be adapted. It's a beautiful art style. They got everything. One of my favorite games. I think it's in my top 10. I don't know. I haven't looked at my top 10 in a while.
We'll each write a letter of recommendation to our favorite anime studio and see what we can do.
I would have to look. I don't know my anime studios at all. So I'll have to look up like who's done what.
Just say like Madhouse or Trigger or some popular one. Hey, if you want it to go on forever, you can say Period.
Yeah, but I don't want filler. That's the number one rule. I want no filler with my my adaptations.
I hate to break it to you, everything gets filler at one point.
All right. If there was to be a filler episode for League of Legends, what would you want that filler to be?
Beach episode.
Wow,
Beach
same here.
Episode.
They already have the pool party skins.
The only acceptable filler is the beach episode. Perfect. All right. Actually, you know what? I will trade in the entire League of Legends anime for one beach episode.
Let's go further. I want it hentai adapted.
Can we make a top 10 beach episodes?
Dude, I would have to just Google beach episodes and watch a whole bunch of beach episodes.
Beach episodes.
And again, some you have pool episodes too, like where they go to the pool. It's similar to the beach.
That's the similar.
Yes.
You know, pool, beach, spa. They're all the same. We know why they're watched. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we know why they keep putting them in there over and over. For people like you pervert.
I just
you
want
hentai.
To... Excuse you. I just want to observe the beloved characters in a friendly setting where they can be friendly with each other and nice and have fun with water.
I think I'm about to end the episode here and just leave.
I do what I can.
Man. Okay.
Do I have you flustered now?
Yeah, well, let's just jump on to video games now. Get out of this. We got the Switch has now outsold the GameCube. So the Switch has sold 22 million. Sometimes I forget the GameCube didn't sell all too hot, even though it's still like one of my favorite consoles ever. It's like, man, people missed out hardcore.
Yeah, probably because it was a cube. So, okay, it looks weird. And people, I don't know. Was Nintendo like super popular during the GameCube era? I mean, I know they were popular for like handhelds.
Yeah, they were popular. GameCube? I don't know. Everyone I knew had a GameCube.
Yeah, I feel like
I had like 6.
Had a GameCube. That's weird that it didn't sell I mean, 22 million is a lot, obviously, but
yeah, that's the Switch. I think the GameCube did like 18 or something like that. Oh no, here it is. The GameCube sold just under 22 million over a period of 6 years. It was only selling for 6 years. Do they not keep track?
Like their game,
they kept track with the PS2 for a long time.
They're deadly. Have you ever dropped a GameCube? It's like an atomic
I'm sure
bomb.
I have. It is heavy. Also, the other Switch thing related was we got the last Nintendo Direct for Smash. To get everyone hyped, it's going to have 80 total characters, 74 unlockable, 5 DLC, and then Piranha, the extra.
Smash. But no Waluigi. Come on, man.
DLC characters are still unconfirmed. We don't know who they are.
If there isn't Waluigi, my disappointment will be immeasurable.
I'm telling you, they're waiting till the next Smash game, and he's going to be the big seller.
This is the last one. This is the go-to Smash. They're like, they said, fuck it, put everything in. They're like, everything? Yes, everything. Every single character you can think of, except Waluigi.
Yeah, I think they're planning to have all 5 characters out within a year time frame. So we'll see. I'm surprised they're only going to plan on supporting it that way for a year. I feel like you could just keep supporting this for the rest of the Switch life and be like, here's more characters.
Right, you can just come up. You can just make it ongoing.
You already have 80. Just get us to like 100.
Yeah. Why not?
But yeah, they showed that a lot of the single player stuff they showed. They showed more of the online, where if you're going online, it's got like MMR base, so you're always going to be playing against people of your skill. You can set preferential like settings, like no items, which stages, stuff like that. And it'll find people with like similar settings. You can choose to find like team battles or huge free-for-alls. There's a lot of stuff you can do for searching. It shows they definitely work with the competitive scene here.
All right. A lot of quality of life changes, it seems, too.
Yeah, lots of quality of life. The single player stuff seems really cool and massive. I I think they've done a lot with this game. I am excited to get my hands on it December 7th, if I am correct with that.
I am ready to smash.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be streaming it on this channel when it comes out.
Settle it with Smash.
Settle it and smash. So yeah, definitely super hyped for that. Huge Smash fans here, by the way. Dragon Quest composer Koichi Sugiyama receives the Order of the Rising Sun award. So he's also worked on. Wow, he's been working for a long time. So,
hey, you don't get big rewards for just being some newbie. All right, you gotta prove yourself.
He's pretty old. Look at him.
Wow.
Well, I mean, so it's an award ceremony that's held at the Imperial Palace. So that's kind of big.
It's pretty dope.
See, I told you, Sugiyama in 2016 earned Guinness World Record as the oldest video game composer. Told you he's old.
How old is he?
It does not say in here, no.
Jesus.
87.
Holy shit, that's old. Dude, retire. Enjoy life.
His music is good, though. The new Dragon Quest is another game I would like to see adapted in the anime. Anyway,
oh yeah, let's just, pick every game you want, huh?
No, I'm done now. I only picked 3. But yeah, so let's give credit where credit's due with good soundtracks, because the soundtrack was pretty good. EA. Let's move on to EA here. They have some stuff going on. They have 1,000 people working on their new technology. So 1,000 people solely working on one project.
They just called it a new technology?
Yeah, it's called Project Atlas. And what it is...
Sword Art Online!
No, it's focused on streaming and cloud technology. Because it's kind of similar to like what Google's doing and Microsoft doing between mobile browser and all that. But they're going even further with it because they're combining. There's a lot of new stuff here. So at EA, okay, let's see what the dude behind Project Atlas was saying. We envision a future in which games go even further beyond the immersive experiences players enjoy today. I'm talking about games that offer living, breathing worlds that constantly evolve. You'll play them one day, and when you come back the next, things have changed based on inputs from other players, AI, and even the real world. So yeah, they're doing a lot of AI technology with Project Atlas too. So it's not stream, cloud, AI.
Interesting.
These new experiences will lead to deep, meaningful social interactions. The games you play, the characters you create, the experiences you have together will create shared ground for friendships that span the globe. I believe this is a future where games become the most compelling form of entertainment. You'll be able to play games with your friends anytime, anywhere, on any device. So they're calling Project Atlas as an engine plus service. So they believe in this future, which is why they have 1,000 people working on one project.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hopefully it turns out great. Or it'll take over the world. Who knows?
I was playing a game, the next thing I know, I was in the game and I'm stuck here for life. Sword Art.
Sword Art. EA. You must have to pay to leave.
Yeah, here. Plans to leverage AI and machine learning to make significant advancements. NPC behavior stands to become far more realistic and dynamic. So
sounds like they're going all out.
I mean, this is eventually where, they're trying to do something with like Anthem, their new game coming out next year, which is more like things change day to day. It's a dynamic world kind of thing. So, but they're just wanting to go that full step because, eventually AIs have to go somewhere. They can't just be these binary NPCs. To really advance, you have to get them to be where like these NPCs can learn as you play and like, you did this in my world. I have to adapt to this how a person would adapt to this changing in my world. So
sounds like a lot of work, but hey, if it's successful, sounds like a good time.
It does sound like a lot of work. Who knows how? it might be 10 years before we see.
I'll say, did they even give a deadline, or are they just like, hey, we're working on something?
We're working on a project. Yeah, it's pretty much it. There's no way, like with AI and stuff. AI is getting pretty advanced, but it's still kind of lackluster in a lot of ways. So
yeah,
it'll definitely, I think, at least the streaming and the cloud service. I'm sure that's within a couple years, or even relatively soon, with the whole playing it across any platform. But the whole full dynamic world where everything's constantly changing, because that has to be one of their games that they develop, and that's going to be a ways out.
Yeah.
Also, with EA, their studio Respawn is going to have 2 games launched next year. So we all knew they were working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and seemingly another Titanfall game. They're also working on an unnamed VR title, but the 2 of them will be coming out next year, is what they said. So there's a quick turnaround. I don't know how long they've been working on Jedi Fallen Order then. Because they've only done Titanfall, Respawn. So it's like you're having one studio who's only done one game all of a sudden develop 3 at the same time. I feel like something's going to get the short end of the stick when it comes out.
I'd say sounds like a recipe for a disaster to spread out your resources all at the same time. Oh, well, who knows? I'm no expert. Why am I commenting?
Well, I mean, EA did have someone leave within the last couple of weeks who was their best, the best writer they've ever picked up. So that was working on a Star Wars project. I don't think she was working on that one. She was working on a different one. So, EA's had a lot of hiccups when it comes to Star Wars games. I'm sure it won't stop.
Yeah. We don't want to bring up that Star Wars game.
Battlefront Fake 2. The real Battlefront 2 was incredible, okay? Not
Battlefront, great sense of pride and accomplishment. Okay.
So, the guy behind Undertale released Deltarune this week, which was a surprise to everyone because on Twitter, he's like, hey, everyone that played Undertale, come back tomorrow for some important news. I think this was back on Halloween or something. And literally the next day, he's like, oh, my new game Deltarune's out.
Here's my new gotcha.
Gotcha. It's like,
now that you're here, check out this game.
I haven't played Undertale. I know everybody loves it. Everybody talks about it.
It does seem to have a strong community. I haven't played it either, so it is from what I've seen from the game, it is, I don't even know how to describe it, just different, unexpected, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
And I saw a lot of people already, literally the day of Deltarune came out, holy crap, Deltarune, I've played it, it's incredible, emotional, all this stuff, and it's I kind of want to just go back and play Undertale sometime just because of how much praise it gets from everybody.
Right.
I don't know if there's anybody in the communities I follow that hasn't played it. Even all the League of Legends players or whatever, all the streamers we watch, and they've all played Undertale. It's everyone in the Smash communities played it. And they always talk how good it is.
We'll have to play it.
I don't think it's a long game.
I have no idea.
It was made by just one dude. Can't be too long, I don't think. Because pretty sure people beat Deltarune in an hour.
Jeez. It's a short game.
Yeah, but everyone still says, oh, it's an incredible experience and stuff, so I guess we'll just have to figure it out sometime. We'll get there. We'll someday, maybe.
We'll get there.
I'll look at getting it. PlayStation Classic finally announced which games are coming to the console for the full 20-game lineup. Personally, to me, I was kind of disappointed. Here we got Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby. Those 2 games. Bleh, who cares about a Destruction Derby game? Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, big pickup there. Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. You got Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy Tom Clancy Rainbow Six.
Is this like a quick?
Yeah.
This is a quick review.
Here's the thing about Tom Clancy Rainbow Six. On the PlayStation 1, it was a port of it, and it was a really bad port. So yeah, let's just put that on our classic.
Perfect.
And then Twisted Metal Wild Arms. Twisted Metal, I feel like they should have gone with Twisted Metal 2, which is the little better version. Wild Arms is supposed to be really good. So there's some good things on here. Persona, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Rayman. But Resident Evil's Director Cut, I feel like they could also not gone with. Resident Evil's literally on everything. If you haven't played it by now, I don't know why you would want to play the classic version and not the newest, like, up-res, better versions. And it's $100 for this thing, which is too much compared to the NES Classic, which was cheaper and had an incredible lineup, and the Super Nintendo Classic that was cheaper and had a pretty solid lineup. And they were like, oh, hey, here's this Star Fox 2 randomly. And it's like, cool, okay. Like, where's their thing? Instead, we get Destruction Derby, Cool Borders. Here, the Japanese one, they get Parasite Eve, which is a great game. They got, like, Arc the Lad 2, Armored Core. So they got a couple, like, really solid games on theirs mixed in there. So, I know some people like Saga Frontier, which is also on there. They got like Gradius Gaiden. I'd almost rather have the Japanese one, because they still have Resident Evil and then Persona, but then they got not Destruction Derby.
Seems like they're just kind of jumping on the little make a old system classic. I don't even know what it would be called.
Yeah,
remake your old system.
So yeah, they didn't get any Activision stuff because a lot of people kept asking about certain games, but they don't have anything Activision related, so they probably couldn't get licenses for those. But I still feel like they missed some. Was it Tactics Ogre? I think it was the game that was really a good strategy game. They could have put on a turn-based strategy game. Final Fantasy Tactics. Like somebody else was saying, like, yeah, Final Fantasy VII is cool and all, but it's also has been re-released where you could play it on a lot of things. A lot of these games you could also just play. Well, at this point you can't play them on your PS4, but on your PS3 or Vita you could. That's where I played the first Persona. I played it on my Vita, but some of these games, to me, it's weak. Other people have been saying they're pretty solid, but I'm gonna have to disagree and say it's. For $100, it's not worth it.
I probably won't buy it.
I need my Gundam Battle Assault 2. I need my Inuyasha Feudal Lords or whatever I think the title was.
You just want to personalize.
Yeah, man.
PS Classic.
Yes, I do. I'm sure people will hack it and stuff, where you can put any ROM on it you want, like they did with the classic Nintendos and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not how I roll. I don't want to risk breaking anything. So let's talk about BlizzCon. That was this weekend.
Ooh.
So, some big BlizzCon news. We got Warcraft 3 is getting remastered. Which, did you ever play any of the original Warcraft?
I have not.
I did not either. I know everybody loved the Warcraft stuff, but Warcraft 3 was getting remastered. I know a lot of people were excited for that. Will I get it? Probably not. WoW Classic is also going to be launching in the summer of 2019. So that's, honestly, I thought it'd be a little longer wait on WoW Classic than that.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. It's so quick.
Yeah, they had
I did expect a long week. Or a long wait.
Yeah. Normal WoW subscribers get it for free. So basically, if you have a WoW subscription, you get it. Kind of like the RuneScape thing. You get one of the, you get both. So I probably won't be playing WoW Classic. I never played WoW Classic. I don't even play regular WoW. I mean, I've played it a bit just to get the feel of it. Not my thing. Maybe. I don't know. Not for $15 a month or whatever the prices. Which actually isn't that bad of a price. It's just for as much as you can play it. It's actually a pretty good price.
Right.
But I know, again, that's another thing that Twitter was blowing up over. Like, yeah, WoW Classic next year. Woo, yeah.
Woo!
Still no interest here.
Yeah. I haven't played WoW, so I don't really have that, nostalgic connection to it. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, even if it is, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather play something else. The other big thing that came from it was they announced Diablo Immortal, which did not go over well at all. It's a smart decision, business-wise. I will say this. I think making Diablo for the mobile, when the mobile market is huge, especially in China, every game that, fans are always like, oh, this game, nobody wants this mobile game, and then they sell and make a shit ton of money. I think the mistake was announcing it at BlizzCon.
Right. Announcing it to your not targeted audience is a very interesting thing, right?
Yeah, so your BlizzCon are your hardcore fans that want specific
your
things.
PC gamers.
Your PC console gamers who are there for Diablo 4, which they said back in August they are working on multiple Diablo games, so we know 4 is probably in the works. It's just they're not far enough to actually be able to show anything, but they're like, oh, we have Immortal, we'll show this. Which, again, huge mistake. I mean, afterwards, during like the Q&A, some dude walked up and said, is this just a really delayed April Fool's joke? And everybody started chanting, and then the guy was like, you don't want Diablo on your phone or whatever, and it became a huge Reddit meme and all this stuff.
Right. I saw the thing where, I can't remember what was said by the presenter, and then someone in the crowd said something, and he said, what? You guys don't have phones? I'm like, yeah, that's not what you say, dude. Like,
no. Yeah, they even came out and said, like, we did not expect to get that much backlash. Like, how do you not expect it? Were you not there at E3 when EA came out with Command and Conquer Mobile? Nobody wants...
There's this weird...
Okay, people do want the games on mobile. Like, there are Diablo-type games that do really well on mobile. People want that. Not the people in those audiences.
Right. There's this weird disconnect that companies have. Well, they obviously know their target audience. Well, they don't know. I guess they just assume their target audience is everywhere. Because I could have told you, like, anything that's going to get announced. Here, let me give a PSA to any game company. Anything that you're going to announce on mobile, probably not going to go over well. Ever.
Yeah, that's why you don't announce them at a con. You just announce them quietly somewhere.
At a con. For a game, people are expecting a brand new installment. Like, people are wanting Diablo 4. Not Diablo Mobile. It's like a slap in the face. It's like, oh, look what I got for you. And it's just like a piece of rotten meat that just kind of has a new label on it. It's like, oh, wow, thanks, dude. You gave me exactly what I didn't ask for. Cool.
Yeah, because I do think it's going to do really well when it does release, and it's going to make them a lot of money. But they could have avoided all the backlash and the anger by not doing it at BlizzCon.
Right.
Do it at the Game Awards show or something. Dude, if I was do it just on the internet. Like, say, hey, Kotaku, we have this. Publish an article on it or something like that. Right. And that's how you get your word out there.
If I was that presenter and someone was like, go announce, Diablo Mobile, I'm like, dude, hell no. You cannot pay me to go announce it. You do it. I ain't going out there. Hell no. They will eat me alive.
I would just go out there and be like, we have Diablo for mobile. That is all. Moving on. Because, yeah, people, I'm sure, like, there's been word that they are working on Diablo 4. There's no way they want it. Diablo is just one of their big things. I mean, it's only been, I would say it's only it came in 12, yeah, so 6 years. They just re-released it on Switch. Like Diablo 3 is still going strong. They're still, servicing it. Obviously, if they are working on Diablo 4, it's just they probably just started working on it within the year or something like that, or 2 years or something. So they probably don't have anything like solid to show, which is why they didn't show anything. But they shouldn't have shown a mobile game.
Right. I just think
they could have gone. No, continue. My bad.
I was gonna say, at least don't act surprised with the bad reception if you're gonna do that. Like it's pretty. I feel like it's a pretty obvious. We're not gonna get people in this room to like what we're about to say.
Yeah. The other thing is they could have gone the Bethesda route, which was also a very dumb route at E3, where they're like, "Oh yeah, we are working on Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield," and they just show the title and that's it, and they moved on. Which I guess they could have done that at Diablo 4 just to say, "Hey, we work on it." I felt like Bethesda did that just to shut people up because they kept asking for another Elder Scrolls.
Probably. I wouldn't blame Diablo. They could have just been like, and there may be other Diablo titles in the works, which we will address in the future. There you go. Move on.
Yeah, which they said in August they were working on multiple. It says gamers have kind of like goldfish memory of certain things.
Right. Well, I can understand both sides.
No, yeah. I mean, they again never show mobile games at big cons. Period. But yeah, Bethesda though with Elder Scrolls, they had a new thing where they kind of came out and said like, it won't be until next gen. That's to be expected. I don't know why people needed to make a story of that and why they need to say that in an interview. Yeah, even the guy there said you can go back and count the years between Bethesda Game Studio releases. You'll get the idea. Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming anytime soon. It's like, dude, Starfield isn't even coming out on current gen, and they said Elder Scrolls is going to come out after Starfield back at E3. It's like, all right, we're getting this Bethesda story here just for people to say. I think they said that they really had it because Fallout 76 is, and Fallout 76 has not been going over well at all. It's just getting trashed because of how well it's not well it's running, and how like terrible it is, and like glitches, and I mean it's a huge fiasco with the beta too. Like you can only play it for a couple hours on a specific day that they have the beta. It's like cool. It's like that's quality. But yeah, and they had to come out and like warn people, like be like, okay, we are working on your single player experiences with Starfield and Elder Scrolls, and you'll love those. Basically saying you won't love Fallout 76. The way it's quoted makes it sound like you won't love Fallout 76, but you'll love Starfield and Elder Scrolls.
Jeez.
Which I'm all for the next Elder Scrolls, Starfield. But I already knew I'm waiting. We're waiting another 5 years at least. Okay, like next gen's like 4 years out. It takes Bethesda a while to work on games, and even after working on a long time, they're still a huge buggy mess because their engine's not the best. And especially when you compare them to other open world games, they're really way behind in everything. Even though they kind of started the huge, cool open world phase, and then everyone else is like, oh, this is how you really do it. Like Witcher 3, Red Dead, their engines are very solid. They're not a huge buggy mess exactly, and it's like Bethesda games always come out broken. Fallout 76 is less than a month away. It comes out later this month, and it's still a huge buggy mess in the beta. Like,
thanks Bethesda.
So yeah, we'll see how everything goes over with that. I'm sure it'll still do well because it is Bethesda. They tend to always do well. But so yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. I'll get it when I get it in 7 years, but I'll be happy when I get it. Maybe I didn't like Skyrim too much, so I'll be happy with the new one. Ubisoft with Rainbow Six Siege not going over so well. Because Rainbow Six Siege is headed to Asian territories, they decided, to cater to the Asian laws and stuff like that, and to make sure the game's only under one build. They're removing all blood, gambling, and sex references from the game. So even in the American copies, even in the Euro copies, all that removed. So some of those maps, they removed all the skulls on the walls, they removed the blood spatters off the walls. The one that had the slot machines, they removed the slot machines out of it.
Jesus.
So the strip, you remember the strip club? No longer a strip club, not even a one in there, just gone.
Was it a Bible study room?
No, it just has a, you know, where it had like the holographic like lady dancing around the pole. Now it's just a lady's hand coming out of the wall. But, yeah.
Why not? Oh, whatever.
So
that's just so funny. They're like, let's just change all this stuff. Why not just make a new, like, you know, Asian version, I guess you could say?
Here, this is, by maintaining a single build, we are able to reduce the duplication of work on the development side. This will allow us to be more agile as a development team and address issues more quickly. Guarantee that any future changes are aligned with global regulations that we are working toward. So basically, by keeping on the same build, it's just easier to work around.
Why is it so late to, like, you know?
It hasn't been released in Asian territories, so I'm pretty sure it's because of they didn't want to do all the censorship, but now it's like, oh, there's probably a good market over there.
Now we want some more money. Let's just do it.
Which Ubisoft, I mean, Rainbow Six Siege is one of those games that had a player increase like every year it's been out, and it's still got a pretty massive base. But I don't know. It's like it's still got all the other.
It's so weird to me. It's like, can't show blood, but you can show me shooting him in the head.
I don't know, dude. I don't understand Chinese laws. They're kind of dumb half the time. Like censorship, their censorship laws are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
But you know, they used to be communists.
Well, I'm not about to judge the Chinese government.
Yeah, but it is kind of because you're saying because they address why they're doing it in a single build, but then here later they go, we do recognize and understand that for some elements it is not possible to have a completely global build. Thus, there will be some things that are split build-wise. It is also noted that this region-locked branch build would not engage with our existing player base. So after you make the changes, split the build and go back and revert the changes on American place?
I don't know.
Why are we getting censored? What the hell?
I don't know, because we already bought it, so I don't care.
Mine came with my headphones back in the day that I bought, so I didn't pay for the game technically. I was buying headphones. I just happened to get the game. Fun game, but I don't know. I mean, it'll still play the same, I guess, but
right. I'll just feel like
it just won't feel like right.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Black Ops 4 added microtransactions, which microtransactions will be our topic, but let's first talk about Black Ops. So, of course, fans are upset, yada yada, because they're just whining unnecessarily in this place. I'm on the side that's actually fine with the microtransactions. It's kind of like, you know, Fortnite. You have the tier. You can level up for free, but there's 200 tiers you can level up through, or you know, you can pay to get through them, and you can also buy, like, you know, a pass to get challenges, kind of like the Fortnite weekly challenges, to get more stuff if you complete the challenges. And that's causing a lot of problems with people because they're saying, you know, I paid $60 for this game. Why do I have to pay for this cosmetic stuff now? Which technically you don't have to. You can just level up. And it's not that long. It's not that long to level. People are saying it takes like 2 hours per level or tier, and then it'd be like 400 total hours, I guess, to get all the tiers. I don't know how long the tiers last. If they're doing seasons or it's just a year thing. Because Call of Duty is just a year game, and then it's dead for the next Call of Duty, essentially. 400 hours in a year is not that long. And also, it took me like 6 hours to get 17 tiers. So it's definitely not 2 hours per tier like these people are going. It's also probably skill based too. So if you do better, you tier up faster. But I don't think it's anywhere as slow as people are saying it is. And the point I want to make is like that $60 and why you shouldn't get them. That $60 got you the game on the release day. So that's zombies, that's blackout, and that's multiplayer. Everything afterward is not part of your $60. That's part of extra development costs that they had to do to get that put in there. And they do give you an opportunity to earn that stuff for free. If you want to pay, you can pay. If you don't have the time to do it, you can pay your way up.
Right.
You can pay for the extra challenges. People are saying, "Oh, you used to get this stuff for free." It's like, no, they didn't have all this stuff. It's like you still get your gun camos unlocked in multiplayer. You can still unlock new characters in Blackout. This is just new additional stuff. I think microtransactions just have too much of like negative connotation.
Right, that's what I was literally about to say. So, I guess we're just jumping into the topic, right? Microtransactions. I mean, microtransactions, I don't really care about. Like, if you want to spend your money, I guess go ahead. Because there's two sides to it. I care if it's like you can buy, let's say, pay to win. Like, oh, in Call of Duty, you can buy this brand new gun we just released that's OP as shit. Those kind of microtransactions where it's like, okay, that's kind of not fair. But like cosmetic things, I really don't care for at all. You can those fine. Do I want it or not? It's my choice. If I want to pay to have something cool, then it's my choice. Even like leveling system, it's like, I'm not sure why people are yeah, I guess it's technically an advantage, but not everyone has the same amount of free time. Like some people work a shit ton and maybe they just want to, have the same benefits everyone else does, but since they can't play as long, it's like, hey, I'll just pay for, this battle pass or this, XP boost or whatever you want to call it. So I don't see it's as long as it's not giving something like some crazy, outrageous advantage. But even then, as long as you can earn it equally, as long as someone who pays for something and someone who doesn't pay for something can still like earn the same equal, I guess, advantage, if you want to call it that, then I don't have a huge issue with it.
Yeah, because the new Assassin's Creed game also came under scrutiny because like they had microtransactions to, if you didn't want to grind all your levels, you could pay to get those levels, and people were mad about it. They're like, oh, then you made the game extra grindy to make me pay for it. It's not, maybe, but again, there's people that like to grind. It's like, I'm one person who likes to grind my levels. I'm fine. It's like, it's a single player game, so it's not like someone paying for something's going to ruin my experience.
Right.
And it's not like cosmetics are going to ruin someone else's experience either, even in a multiplayer game. It's like, and I think someone did it as like from tier 7 to tier 200 in Call of Duty is $150. I mean, you could argue, hey, that's too expensive or not expensive enough. I don't know. That's a different argument to be had, and kind of an irrelevant argument to be had because you can still do it for free. Because I mean, I'm trying to think like it's similar to like Fortnite. If you pay the tier, you can get stuff that free people can't get, and then their arguments, oh, that's free to play. Yeah, but again, technically, after you own Call of Duty, it's like all that's extra development. It's not, I don't think, I don't think you can argue just because you say $60, you should get everything afterwards for free. I'm in the, they're still developing. They're still trying to keep your game alive. They could have just, sold you the game for $60 and then boom, never release a patch after that. Never give you anything because they're like, we already sold the game. Like, what do we gotta do? Development is expensive. Games are much cheaper than they have ever really been because they've never changed price and they've never been adjusted for inflation or anything like that as development costs have gone up. So I guess enjoy your $60 games now before they're like $80 next gen. Guarantee they're $80 next gen. They have to be at least.
Who knows? I don't know. Oh, well. If you want to microtransaction your way to the top, go for it. It's your money.
Exactly. It's like,
if you don't like it, I guess I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's not like a big deal if you can get a cosmetic skin or not. It's like, oh man, I'll never get that cosmetic skin. I can't level up fast enough, or I don't have the money. It's like, dude, it's just a skin. It's not that big of a deal.
Like, I understand, like, oh, I want that. It looks super cool, but it's like, well, if you really want it, you either pay for it or you grind for it. If not, then who cares? Or if not, you don't really want it, I guess.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I understand both sides. It's just I don't really get bothered by microtransactions.
Yeah, I think people freak out about microtransactions way too much. Sometimes there can be really bad microtransactions that should have never happened. But then there's times where it's like we're being outraged to be outraged. Is what it feels like a lot of times these days.
Right. Oh boy. That's definitely not a sensitive topic.
What, microtransactions?
Microtransactions.
Or outrage culture?
Both.
Okay. Let's jump to TV. So
hey, I have one of those. Okay, that was a terrible joke. All right, let's just. All right, TV.
So, another possible Marvel series coming to the Disney streaming service is one with Falcon and Winter Soldier teaming up. So, obviously, Falcon and Bucky are going to be coming together for a series on Disney streaming service. So
I feel like that's gonna be the entire Disney streaming services, like,
you know what?
Selling.
It'll get me.
Right? It's like, look at all these new Marvel side stories we have. And you're like, God damn.
Do you like Winter Soldier? Do you wish Falcon had more screen time? Well, they're getting a series. Do you like Scarlet Witch and Loki? Which you probably do because Loki's a fan favorite. Scarlet Witch is pretty awesome. Oh, they're getting series too. Oh, and guess what? They're all having their actual movie actors in these series. It's like, you got me.
Right.
You got me. I'm paying.
I'll give Disney credit. I honestly, when I first heard about the service, I was like, that's dumb, because I kind of completely forgot how much. When I thought Disney, I just thought all the old Disney movies, but I forgot Disney owns, like, half the world, so they can just put in like Marvel, look at all this stuff. So good job, Disney.
For me, the strong point there is Bucky. Falcon, but not to be hating. Oh man, that could come off as racist. I love Falcon.
That could be. You hate birds? Huh?
Yeah,
you hate birds?
I do hate birds. I hate birds. The other big news, I guess, that came out this week is Will Smith announced Bad Boys is coming back. It's called Bad Boys for Life is official. Filming started.
Life. All right.
Those Bad Boys movies, I guess people really love them, enjoy them. I think they're just the enjoyable factor. They're not very good films.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I might have seen one. I can't remember. I won't say I'm excited. Will Smith, you're a cool fella, but I don't care about Bad Boys.
Same. To be fair, a lot of Will Smith movies aren't very good.
He's in a lot of things. He's in that new. Isn't there a new like animated movie he's in about the spy and stuff where he gets turned into a bird or something?
I don't know. I know he's the voice actor for Genie in the Aladdin live action.
Dude, he's in a lot of stuff. My God.
Yeah, which is why he has a lot of bad movies and very few hits, because he just takes whatever comes by his way. Suicide Squad.
Oh God, don't do it.
You don't want to talk about Suicide Squad?
I would rather not.
Okay, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Yes!
So the prequel, Naomi Watts was casted in the prequel. Everyone's expected her to be playing the first Lannister.
Ooh.
What people are saying. Naomi Watts, good actress. She's done quite a bit. I don't think they have too much said what exactly the prequel is going to be.
They'll probably announce more of it after the actual show finishes airing, would be my assumption.
Here, what has been officially titled The Long Night is set more than 8,000 years before the events during the Age of Heroes, so the current thing.
Wow, they are certainly going back.
That is the first Lannister.
I thought they were gonna, hey, we'll do, Robert's Rebellion or something kind of recent. They're like 8,000 years in the past.
This period in Westerosi history took place after the arrival of the first men and their subsequent conflict with the children of the forest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And the walkers eventually rose up against both men and the children of the forest. And they both fought the first White Walker army. We can't escape the White Walkers. And they built the wall. So this is what Trump's all about. It's kind of like
the origins of Westeros, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be, you know what?
Hey, more Game of Thrones. I'm down for it.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Woo.
Yes, give us season 7 already. Or season 8.
Yeah,
yes,
they did release the first image of Jon Snow and Khaleesi together.
Hey, Daenerys. They're related.
Yeah, but they're a hot couple.
Wait, that was a spoiler. Oh shit.
Yeah, but they're a hot couple that had hot sex, so it's okay, right?
My God. If you describe it like that, how can I say no?
What does the anime community say? Wincest? It's okay. They're cousins. I think it's okay if you're cousins.
No, they're aunt and nephew.
You know what? Even more okay.
All right, we got to throw in a couple Oni-chans in there, and then we're set, right?
That is, they're always like, call me your sister. It's like, why? This is weird. This just went from hot to weird hentai. I mean, what? That's what I've been told. I've never personally watched. It's just what I've been told.
I certainly believe you.
Thanks, man. There's some plot stuff for season 8 written in this article. I don't like being spoiled for the last season, so I ain't gonna read it. Nor will.
Good choice. Good choice.
I'll be surprised when it comes out. Everyone will get to be, considering the books will never finish.
Damn.
The dude's on the verge of death. That book ain't ever coming out.
The verge of death.
He ain't a healthy looking man. I like how this article starts off. One of George R. R. Martin's biggest accomplishments with Game of Thrones is a bizarre normalization of incest.
Nice.
That's his biggest accomplishment. Is making incest seem normal. It's set during a period where incest is fine. Morals change with time, okay?
Right, sure.
Well, they do. Morality changes with time. Now we know what's morally correct. You bang your nephew.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, the point is they showed some images of Daenerys and Jon Snow together, getting ready to wage war on the White Walkers or something in the other. Because that was what they're setting up for. So
right, of course.
Hopefully the White Walkers win. I'm a White Walker sympathizer. Take down that wall.
I mean, that wall's been taken down. We'll see. I'm excited for it, so hopefully it comes out soon. I'm expecting April, I'm pretty sure.
Zombie dragon. Spoiler. Rawr.
I mean, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, I am sorry for spoiling literally the entire plot. You excited for season 8, though? You're caught up.
When does that come out? 2050?
I think it's supposed to be next year. I think it's in April. Hopefully. They make us wait a whole nother year. I won't know what to do. I'll speak, all right. I quit.
Yeah, April 2019. 6 episodes.
Yeah. I heard they're going to be long, though.
Yeah, it says, which all will run as many movies.
Right. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same time as 10 episodes. Like, lengthwise.
Viewing parties.
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah, that ain't happening, man. I don't like watching sex scenes in a room with people.
Well,
it's weird because then you're like, don't look over, please.
There ain't gonna
That's
be
weird.
minutes...
Okay, let's go to the outro.
Take it away after that one.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for coming and joining for another We Be Talking. It was interesting. Anyway, as always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know anything in the news that we missed or anything you want us to talk about as a topic next week or any other week, I guess, in the future. Any suggestions, anything like that, let us know. Just go ahead. As always, you can talk to us directly either through couchtalkyt at gmail.com, couchtalkyt on Twitter, at Lord Ziltoid on Twitter, at Ellis Butler on Twitter, or join our Discord, which is in the description below. And that does it for another week, episode 14. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.